Hello friends, and welcome back to our channel. As we navigate the golden years of life, our bodies become more sensitive to the foods we eat. What once was harmless or even enjoyable in our youth can now quietly sabotage our health. After age 50, our metabolism slows down, hormone levels shift, and the body becomes more vulnerable to chronic conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and osteoporosis. But this isn't about restriction or fear. It's about empowerment. Knowing what foods to limit can help us maintain energy, prevent illness, and preserve the quality of life we've worked so hard for. Today, we're uncovering 15 common foods that may be secretly harming your health after 50. Let's explore why these familiar favorites deserve a second thought, and what you can enjoy instead. But before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from today? Leave a comment below with your city or country. I always enjoy seeing where everyone's watching from. It creates a sense of connection, no matter how far apart we may be. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more wellness tips like these. 1. Hot dogs, a hearty favorite with hidden hazards. Hot dogs may be a nostalgic treat, linked to summer barbecues, baseball games, and childhood memories. But for people over 50, they pose a serious health risk. These processed meats are often made from lower quality cuts, saturated fat, and chemical preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. When heated, these compounds can convert into nitrosamines, a group of substances known to increase the risk of certain cancers, particularly colorectal cancer. Hot dogs are also loaded with sodium, which is especially concerning for aging adults. High sodium intake is strongly linked to elevated blood pressure, which increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems. On top of that, each hot dog often contains a hefty amount of saturated fat, which can raise LDL, bad cholesterol, and contribute to plaque buildup in arteries. A dangerous scenario for cardiovascular health. Try grilled skinless chicken sausage, turkey dogs, or plant-based options low in sodium and free from nitrates. 2. Cola drinks, a sweet sip with bitter consequences. Cola drinks, whether regular or diet, are one of the worst beverage choices for those over 50. A typical 12-ounce can of soda contains nearly 10 teaspoons of added sugar, which can cause rapid spikes in blood glucose. Over time, these sugar surges place immense stress on the pancreas, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome, both of which become more prevalent with age. But sugar isn't the only culprit. Colas also contain phosphoric acid, which can interfere with calcium absorption and weaken bones. As we age, bone density naturally decreases, especially in postmenopausal women, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. Combine this with caffeine, which can disrupt sleep and act as a diuretic, and cola drinks become a triple threat to health. Swap out cola for unsweetened herbal tea, infused water with lemon or cucumber, or sparkling water with a splash of 100% fruit juice. 3. Trans fat cookies, sweet bites that strain the heart. Store-bought cookies might offer a quick comfort, but many still contain trans fats, listed on labels as partially hydrogenated oils. These artificial fats are especially harmful to cardiovascular health, a critical concern for people over 50. Trans fats not only raise LDL, bad cholesterol, but they also lower HDL, good cholesterol, creating a dangerous imbalance that can clog arteries and lead to heart attacks or strokes. Even more troubling, trans fats have been shown to increase inflammation, which can worsen joint pain from arthritis, and even contribute to cognitive decline by damaging blood vessels in the brain. Unfortunately, trans fats can still be found in many baked goods, crackers, and snacks, despite regulations in some countries. Bake your own treats using healthy oils like olive or avocado oil, or choose store-bought options labeled trans fat-free and made with whole ingredients. 4. Diet soda, a sugar-free danger in disguise. You might think switching to diet soda is a smart move, but these calorie-free beverages come with their own set of risks. Most diet sodas contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose, which can disrupt your body's natural hunger cues. Studies suggest they may even increase cravings for sweets, potentially leading to overeating and weight gain, the very thing they're marketed to prevent. For older adults, the phosphoric acid in diet soda still presents the same concern as regular soda: weakened bone health. Plus, the caffeine content can contribute to restlessness, insomnia, and urinary issues, including incontinence or prostate irritation. Drink sparkling mineral water with natural fruit flavoring, or try cold brewed herbal tea for a refreshing and healthy twist. 5. White bread, the empty carb that spikes blood sugar. White bread may be soft, convenient, and familiar, but it lacks the essential nutrients your body needs as it ages. It's made from refined wheat flour that has been stripped of the bran and germ, leaving behind a starchy product with little fiber, B vitamins, or magnesium, all of which are crucial for heart and digestive health. Because it digests rapidly, white bread causes blood sugar levels to spike and crash, which can worsen insulin resistance and increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, a growing concern for people over 50. It also contributes little to satiety, making it easier to overeat and gain weight. Choose 100% whole grain, sprouted grain, or oat-based bread for more fiber, nutrients, and sustained energy. 6. Canned chicken noodle soup. Canned chicken noodle soup may seem like a convenient and soothing comfort food, especially during colder months or when feeling under the weather. However, for individuals over the age of 50, this popular pantry staple can be deceptively unhealthy due to its high sodium content. A single serving can contain as much as 40% of the recommended daily sodium intake. And since most people consume more than one serving at a time, sodium levels can spike dramatically. Excess sodium is particularly risky for older adults, as it contributes to elevated blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems. As the body's ability to regulate blood pressure naturally declines with age, reducing dietary sodium becomes even more critical. In addition, the noodles in canned soup are typically made from refined grains, which digest quickly and cause blood sugar spikes, a concern for seniors managing or at risk for type 2 diabetes. Canned vegetables, although present, often lose much of their nutritional value during the preservation process, reducing their health benefits. Some canned soups also contain monosodium glutamate, MSG, a flavor enhancer that may trigger symptoms such as headaches, nausea, or chest pain in sensitive individuals. While not harmful to everyone, this additive can still pose a concern for those with heightened sensitivity or existing health conditions. 7. Red wine. Red wine is often praised for its potential cardiovascular benefits, particularly due to its content of resveratrol, an antioxidant found in grape skins. In moderation, red wine can help raise HDL, good cholesterol, offering some protection against heart disease. However, once you're over 50, the risks of alcohol consumption can begin to outweigh the benefits. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at metabolizing alcohol due to changes in liver function, body composition, and enzyme activity. This reduced tolerance increases the risk of falls, impaired motor function, and slowed reaction times, all of which can lead to serious injuries in older adults. Moreover, red wine can interact negatively with common medications, such as blood thinners, antihypertensives, or medications for diabetes and depression, potentially leading to dangerous side effects or reducing the drug's effectiveness. Even small amounts of alcohol can worsen existing health issues, such as high blood pressure, sleep disorders, and liver conditions. For postmenopausal women and older men, alcohol has also been associated with a slight increase in the risk of certain cancers, including breast and colorectal cancer. 8. Deep-fried chicken. Deep-fried chicken may be a flavorful indulgence, but it's one that comes with a heavy health toll, especially for people over 50. The deep frying process involves cooking chicken in hot oil, which dramatically increases its calorie and fat content. This method also produces harmful compounds like acrylamide, which has been linked to an increased risk of cancer, particularly in older individuals whose bodies are less efficient at detoxification. The breading and batter used for frying are usually made from refined white flour and artificial additives, which can trigger inflammation, a root cause of many age-related illnesses such as arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's. Deep-fried foods are also loaded with saturated and trans fats, which contribute to high cholesterol, increased blood triglycerides, and arterial plaque buildup, all of which elevate the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Moreover, the high caloric density of fried chicken makes it easy to consume more calories than needed, leading to weight gain, which is harder to control as metabolism naturally slows down with age. This excess weight increases the risk of joint pain, insulin resistance, and reduced mobility. 9. Whole milk. Whole milk is often associated with bone health due to its rich calcium content. But for individuals over 50, it may not be the healthiest choice. Whole milk contains a significant amount of saturated fat, which has been shown to raise LDL, bad cholesterol levels, a contributor to atherosclerosis, or hardening of the arteries. As we age, the risk of cardiovascular disease increases, and the body becomes less effective at processing fats and cholesterol, making it more important to limit high-fat dairy products. In addition, many older adults develop lactose intolerance, as the production of lactase, the enzyme that breaks down lactose, decreases with age. This can lead to bloating, gas, abdominal cramps, and diarrhea when consuming whole milk. The caloric density of whole milk is another concern. Just 1 cup contains about 150 calories and 8 grams of fat. For seniors working to maintain a healthy weight, especially with a slower metabolism, those calories can add up quickly. Lower fat alternatives like skim milk, almond milk, or lactose-free milk can provide the same bone benefits without the added fat and digestive issues. 10. Swordfish. Swordfish may be a lean and protein-rich seafood option, but its high mercury content makes it a risky choice for people over 50. Mercury is a neurotoxin that accumulates in the body over time and can lead to serious neurological and cognitive issues, especially as the body's ability to eliminate toxins declines with age. Older adults are more vulnerable to mercury's effects, which can include memory loss, tremors, difficulty concentrating, and impaired coordination. These symptoms can mimic or exacerbate existing cognitive decline and neurological conditions, such as Alzheimer's or Parkinson's disease. Mercury exposure is also linked to oxidative stress and inflammation in the cardiovascular system, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, arterial damage, and heart disease. Given these risks, it's advisable for those over 50 to limit or avoid high mercury fish like swordfish, king mackerel, shark, and tilefish. Instead, opt for low-mercury alternatives such as salmon, sardines, trout, or cod, which still offer heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids without the toxic burden. 11. Raw oysters. Raw oysters may seem like a gourmet treat, but they carry serious health risks for adults over 50. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken, making us more vulnerable to foodborne pathogens. Raw oysters can contain Vibrio vulnificus, a dangerous bacterium that thrives in warm coastal waters. When ingested, especially by individuals with weakened immunity or underlying liver conditions, common in older adults, this bacterium can cause a severe, life-threatening infection known as septicemia. The symptoms can be sudden and intense, including fever, chills, vomiting, and even septic shock. In addition, raw oysters are known carriers of norovirus, a highly contagious virus that causes acute gastrointestinal distress. For seniors, the vomiting and diarrhea associated with norovirus can quickly lead to dehydration, electrolyte imbalance, and even hospitalization. Because the consequences of consuming raw oysters can be far more serious for older adults than for younger individuals, it's best to avoid them altogether or opt for fully cooked versions to stay safe. 12. Grapefruit juice. While grapefruit juice is packed with vitamin C and antioxidants, it poses hidden dangers for adults over 50, especially those on prescription medications. Grapefruit contains compounds that inhibit the function of CYP3A4, an enzyme in the small intestine responsible for breaking down many medications. When this enzyme is blocked, the medications can accumulate to dangerously high levels in the bloodstream. This interaction is particularly concerning with statins, widely prescribed to manage cholesterol in older adults. Elevated statin levels can increase the risk of serious side effects, such as muscle pain, liver damage, and even a rare but life-threatening condition called rhabdomyolysis, which breaks down muscle tissue and harms the kidneys. But the danger doesn't end with statins. Grapefruit juice can also interfere with certain blood pressure medications, anti-anxiety drugs, and immunosuppressants. Even if you drink grapefruit juice hours before or after your medication, the enzyme-blocking effects can linger, making this fruit a consistent risk for those on long-term treatment plans. Always consult your doctor or pharmacist before including grapefruit in your diet. 13. Bacon. Bacon is undeniably tasty, but it comes with serious health drawbacks, especially for those over the age of 50. As a heavily processed meat, bacon contains high amounts of sodium, saturated fat, and chemical preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. These compounds have been linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer, a disease that becomes more common with age. The high saturated fat content in bacon can raise LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, contributing to arterial plaque buildup and increasing the risk of heart disease. With age, the body becomes less efficient at metabolizing fats and cholesterol, making these risks more pronounced. Additionally, excessive sodium in bacon can lead to or worsen high blood pressure, a condition already prevalent in older populations. The inflammation triggered by processed meats can also exacerbate chronic conditions such as arthritis and joint pain. For those looking to protect their heart, joints, and overall health, it may be wise to replace bacon with healthier protein sources like turkey, fish, or plant-based alternatives. 14. Sugary breakfast cereals. Many breakfast cereals marketed as fun or quick are packed with added sugars and lack essential nutrients, making them a poor choice for adults over 50. These cereals often contain refined grains and minimal fiber, leading to rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar. For older adults, especially those at risk of or managing type 2 diabetes, these fluctuations can be particularly dangerous and may contribute to insulin resistance over time. Nutritionally, sugary cereals are considered empty calories. They fill you up but don't provide the vitamins, minerals, or fiber your aging body needs. As we grow older, our caloric needs decrease due to a slower metabolism, but our need for nutrients increases to support bone health, cognitive function, and muscle maintenance. Furthermore, many of these cereals include artificial flavors, dyes, and preservatives, some of which have been linked to behavioral and neurological issues in sensitive individuals. For seniors striving to maintain stable energy levels and brain health, a whole grain, low-sugar alternative enriched with fiber and protein is a much smarter breakfast choice. 15. Microwave popcorn. Microwave popcorn may seem like a harmless snack, but it hides several health hazards that are especially concerning for those over 50. The inner lining of many microwave popcorn bags contains a chemical called perfluorooctanoic acid, PFOA. When heated, this chemical can migrate into the popcorn and accumulate in the body, potentially increasing the risk of thyroid disorders, kidney disease, and certain cancers. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at detoxifying such compounds, heightening the potential for harm. Additionally, many brands use diacetyl in their artificial butter flavoring. Though primarily hazardous to factory workers who inhale it in large quantities, even small exposures may irritate the lungs, especially for seniors with respiratory issues such as asthma or COPD. Microwave popcorn is also often high in sodium and unhealthy fats, which can contribute to high blood pressure, weight gain, and cardiovascular issues. For a safer snack, consider air-popped popcorn topped with olive oil or nutritional yeast, offering a tasty crunch without the chemical baggage. Thanks for joining us on this eye-opening journey through the hidden health risks in everyday foods that adults over 50 might want to reconsider. Remember, aging well isn't just about avoiding bad foods. It's about making smarter, more informed choices that support your energy, strength, and vitality for years to come. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family who might benefit from this information. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more science-backed health tips and age-smart nutrition strategies. And hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Your health is your greatest asset, and small changes in your diet can lead to big improvements in your quality of life. Until next time, here's to eating smarter and living better.